Recording in
Hello, I'm Susan Woods of Susan Woods Nonprofit Solutions, and thank you for your time. I'm introducing a new series called Empower Youth: How to Build Successful Youth Development Nonprofit Organizations. Again, this is a new educational series entitled Empower Youth: How to Build Successful Youth Development Nonprofit Organizations. Before I get started, I want you to know that there is a viewer discretion advised notice for this particular video. This video is for young adults between 25 and 40 years old who want to learn how to build successful youth development 501c3 nonprofit organizations. Again, this video is for people who are between the ages of 25 and 40 years old who want to learn how to build successful youth development 501c3 nonprofit organizations. I'm looking for people in this age range because you are closer in age to the people who would benefit from a creative, proactive, and holistic youth development nonprofit organization. Now, if you feel like you are young at heart and you want to learn how to build a successful youth development 501c3 nonprofit organization, then you're welcome to stay on this video. You're welcome to continue looking. But I just didn't want to waste anyone's time. So, again, if you want to learn how to build successful youth development 501c3 nonprofit organizations, I invite you to continue watching this video because that's what this video is all about. The process to getting to the point where you yourself, you can create and build a 501c3 nonprofit organization that will provide proactive, holistic, and creative services to help the youth in your community reach their full potential. So, if you're still here, that means that you want to continue learning the next steps. What is the problem? Anytime you want to create or build a nonprofit organization, the first step in that process is defining the problem. Describe the problem that you observe in your community that pertains to youth. What's wrong? What's happening? Be able to clearly describe that problem. So, here's an example. More than 200,000 young people are admitted to the detention facilities across the United States every year. Detention is a place for youth who are awaiting a court hearing or a move into a correctional or treatment facility. The average length of stay in detention is 27 days of confinement instead of allowing them to return home. Detention has a lifelong negative consequence for youth involved. Examples include deeper involvement in crime or system, exacerbated health issues, and derailed academic track. This is just one example of many problems that youth face in our world today. And this information came from the Annie E. Casey Foundation, which provides a lot of data, credible data that can help you build a case for starting a nonprofit organization in your community. What about at risk youth? Okay, these are the children that have not committed a crime and are therefore not in detention, but maybe on the verge of making poor decisions that would impact the rest of their lives. At risk youth typically refers to young individuals who face a higher probability of experiencing negative outcomes in various aspects of their lives due to factors such as poverty, family instability, involvement in the juvenile justice system, substance abuse, mental health issues, and lack of education and supportive resources. Again, these are the children who have not crossed the line, if you will, and created a situation for themselves where they would have to be detained in a juvenile system or get into any other type of trouble or worse. And this information is from the Spark Initiative. So again, I've only addressed the tip of the iceberg. There's so many other things that I could talk about in terms of negative consequences for youth who are making poor decisions. This is just the tip of the iceberg. But when you are thinking about offering a youth development program in your community, you want to dig deeper and you want to provide information that is relevant to your community, and that requires research. You are again establishing a case for creating a nonprofit organization to solve a problem. So the problem has to be well defined. So, how can you help? What can you do? First, you want to describe your vision to help youth reach their full potential through a 501c3 nonprofit organization. What kinds of creative ideas do you have? I mean, normally people within your age range are creative and innovative and can come up with ideas that the traditional nonprofit organizations don't provide. I mean, we know the YMCA and the Boys and Girls Clubs provide phenomenal services, but are they cutting edge? Are they the types that children in this day and age will be receptive to receiving? That's the question. So, what can you do differently? Again, this is a new series of educational resources that I'm providing called Empower Youth: How to Build Successful Youth Development Nonprofit Organizations. This is a learning journey that I am inviting you to join. And later on in this presentation, I'm going to tell you exactly how I am qualified to be your guide on this journey based on my educational experience and my practical hands-on experience in this sector. So here is the learning journey. In this learning journey, you're going to learn how to build a proactive and holistic youth development nonprofit organization to empower youth in your community in 3 steps. Step 1 is start, step 2 is grow, and step 3 is launch. Again, this journey includes 3 steps. 1, start; 2, grow; 3, launch. And I'm your guide for each step. So let's take a look at the steps. I want to go to my website and I want to show you what is included in each of the 3 steps. So I'm going to my website now, the area which talks about the steps. And here it is. It says Empower Youth, learn how to build successful youth development 501c3 nonprofit organizations. And I'm going to scroll down to those 3 steps. What will you learn? Step 1. In step 1, you will learn how to start a youth development nonprofit organization by completing the task below in the order listed. Let me increase the screen size so you can see it a little better. So these are the tasks that I'm going to teach you. You hear the word, you heard me say teach, right? I'm going to teach you how to complete these steps in the order listed. I'm going to teach you how to define and validate the problem. Number 2, file the articles of incorporation. Number 3, write the bylaws. Number 4, write the your activities document. Number 5, write the financial data report. Number 6, write the fundraising activities report. Number 7, write the conflict of interest policy document. Number 8, create a pay.gov account. Number 9, complete the actual Form 1023 application for recognition of exemption. Number 10, submit the Form 1023 application for recognition of exemption, the long version. Number 11, I'm going to invite you to attend some coaching support sessions. And number 12, I'm going to invite you to join our private Facebook group for people who are participating in this learning journey. So that's step 1. That is step 1 of the 3-step process that I'm going to guide you through. So step 2 is the grow step. You will learn how to grow a transformative youth development nonprofit organization by completing these tasks below. And again, I'm going to teach you how to complete these tasks. Number 1, review the program description and budget with the board of directors. Number 2, generate revenues to cover the expenses in the program budget. Number 3, complete the steps required to recruit, hire, and train team members. Number 4, advertise the youth development program in the community. Number 5, accept applications for admission into the youth development program. And number 6, select the youth to participate in the youth development program. So that's step 2 of the learning journey, which is grow. And I'm going to teach you how to complete each of the 6 tasks listed. And then third, step number 3 is launch. First, decide on the appropriate program to offer the youth in your community, like a life skills development program. So the first thing you want to do is think about, okay, what is my vision? What is my solution to the problem? That's the first thing, because knowing that will help you launch the program in your community. So I'm going to teach you how to complete these tasks to launch the program in your community. Number 1, enroll a small number of youth in the program first to test it. Number 2, host a welcome meeting with the youth, their parents, and other stakeholders. Number 3, offer the youth activities according to the program description. Number 4, collect feedback to measure outcomes against the objectives. Number 5, collect feedback to measure outputs against the goals. Number 6, refine activities, schedule or staffing based on feedback. Number 7, track outcomes using surveys, attendance records, and testimonials. Number 8, share success stories with stakeholders and community members. And number 9, implement a sustainability plan to retain the youth development program. So these are the 3 steps that I'm going to teach you how to complete. So under what you will learn the 3 steps on the journey to building an effective and successful youth development program in your community or nonprofit organization in your community. Step 1 is start. Step 2 is grow. Step 3 is launch. And as I'm sure you can imagine, each task that I'm going to teach you will include subtasks, will include additional tasks that I will teach you. I'm not going to spell everything out to you now. Of course, that wouldn't be appropriate for this video, but I just want to let you know that this is a well thought out journey that includes my own experience. I've started 2 501c3 nonprofit organizations. So I have the experience in each one of these steps, hands-on experience. And I have the educational credentials by earning nonprofit management certificates from Duke University, Wake Forest University, and Winthrop University. So I'm bringing to the table credentials that make me uniquely qualified to be your guide on this journey. So I'm going to pause for a moment and I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint presentation that I was using to share information with you. And I'll come back to this website shortly. So just one moment as I pause to go back to the PowerPoint presentation. And I thank you for your patience. I am so excited about the probability or the possibility of sharing with you this information and hoping that you would join me on this journey. So now we are back to the PowerPoint presentation where I left off, and I'm going to continue on. So we talked about the learning journey. We talked about the 3 steps involved in the learning journey: start, grow, and launch. I showed you the task that I would teach you how to complete under each step. So let's keep going. The learning paths. Every person has a preference in how they learn. And on this journey, I'm going to teach you or share with you the paths that I've created for you to determine which one is best for you to follow to complete the 3 steps. In other words, the information that I showed you in the 3 steps, that same content is available in each path of learning that I'm offering. The path that you choose to follow is going to be dependent upon your learning style and your investment budget. So, the first learning path is called the Build Academy. It's a structured hybrid learning that includes self paced study with coaching support. You will follow a rigid accountability schedule. The investment for the Build Academy is $2,500, and I do offer payment plans if needed. Okay. So this is a structured learning opportunity in which I literally almost hold your virtual hands through this process. We will meet 3 times a week. You will have self-paced work to submit to me to grade. It's like you are in school again, but you will be in a virtual academy with me. Okay. Next, you can choose path number 2, which is the Build Masterclass. Now, it's self paced, it's on demand that you can complete around your schedule at your pace in the comfort of your home. It does not include the 3 coaching sessions per week. However, it does require you to submit information to me, your assignments to me for me to grade. The investment to participate in the Build Masterclass is $1,500. I offer payment plans for path number 2 as well. The third learning path is called the Build ebook. Now, with the Build ebook, this is a printable course with links to the practice activities and the graded quizzes that you can complete around your schedule at your pace in the privacy of your home, just like the other ones. But this is an ebook. The investment is $150. And if you need a payment plan for that, I offer it as well, because I don't want anyone to have the budget as an excuse for not being a part of this learning journey if you want to join it. Okay. So these are the 3 paths that you can choose. The path 1 is the Build Academy. Path 2 is the Build Masterclass. And path 3 is the Build ebook. So now I'm going to pause once again, and I'm going to go back to the website so that you can see the information for each one of those 3 paths. I hope that you're enjoying this information so far, and I hope it's beneficial, and I hope that it's something that you feel that you would be interested, I'm sorry for the delay, interested in participating in. So I am showing you now path number 1, the Build Academy. The Build Academy uses a hybrid learning model that combines live webinar-based instruction with online learning. You will follow a structured curriculum with due dates, scheduled coaching sessions, and graded assignments. Now, as you can see, the learning journey includes the 3 steps I've already explained. So like I said before, each learning path has the same 3-step process, the same task that you will complete, but it has some key learning features. The Build Academy does. And here they are. It's flexible, blended, interactive, coaching, and community. And then I provide enrollment options. The enrollment for the Build Academy opens every Monday morning at 10 o'clock. So orientation for people who enroll starts every Monday morning at 10 o'clock. And I provide you an option to pay in full or to select a payment plan option. So that's what the Build Academy looks like. Path number 1. So let me pause and let you see path number 2. And I thank you for your patience. Okay. So I'm showing path number 2, which is the masterclass. As you can see, the layout is the same. The layout is exactly the same. You got the Build Masterclass. You have your learning journey, start, grow, and launch. You got the key learning features of the masterclass, which are a little bit different from the academy, of course, because of the coaching sessions. You don't get as many. And then enrollment or orientation starts on Mondays at 10 o'clock, just like the Build Academy does. I have the processing payments section here for $1,500, or you can do a payment plan option. I have, here they are, the payment plan options that are available for the Build Masterclass. Okay, I'm going to pause one last time to show you the Build ebook. And again, with the Build ebook, you've done ebooks before, right? You've done ebooks before. So I'm sure you understand what the Build ebook is about, but I just want to make sure. So with the Build ebook, it's printable. It has links to the content, practice activities, and graded quizzes. And it's something that you can do on demand around your schedule. You see, the learning journey is exactly the same. You're going to learn exactly the same as a person who's in the academy, but you're going to learn in a different way. That's all. They are exactly the same task, but you're just going to learn in a different way. That's all. And it's $150 for the Build ebook. So what are you thinking? How do you feel? How do you feel about what I'm sharing with you? How do you feel about being a part of this learning journey? I would love for you to be a part of it because I've put a lot of time and effort into making sure that it is a high value, high quality learning experience for you. Now, if you enroll today in the Build Academy, I have a free gift for you, or a gift for you that I don't offer for any other option of learning. And if you enroll today with the $2,500 full payment, my free gift to you is I will help you find applications for grant money that are relevant to your youth development nonprofit organization. I will help you find grant applications that are relevant. Another name for grant applications is request for proposals. I will help you find that. I will help you find requests for proposals, and I will also help you write one grant proposal if you enroll in the Build Academy today with the full $2,500 investment. So, why should you trust me with your time and your money? Why should you trust me? What makes me qualified to be that person, to be the guide in your journey? I'm a former high school teacher, so I have experience working with youth. But let me tell you that it's been so long ago, okay? That's so long ago. I should not have even probably listed it here, but I just want to let you know that I do have experience working with youth. I started 2 501c3 nonprofit organizations for myself. The first one is called Comprehensive Community-Based Solutions Incorporated, and it is a charitable nonprofit organization, meaning that we provide hands-on services. When I first started it, I provided hands-on Microsoft applications training classes for middle-aged people who had lost their jobs when the manufacturing industry went awry in the early 2000s. I did that for 5 years. And then I started a youth development program, if you will, called the Emerging Leaders Mentorship Program for Black male youth. So I have experience with operating an actual youth development program. Okay. So I have experience with starting 2 nonprofit organizations. I have completed over 400 Form 1023 applications for clients across the United States. Over 400 since 2010. People reach out to me. They find me on YouTube. They find me on Facebook and different places, word of mouth, of course. And they hire me to actually start, all of the tasks that I showed you that I would teach you how to do under the start section. I do that as a business. I complete those tasks as a business for other people. Okay. And I have a 100% approval rating for my clients. That means all of my clients so far have received their 501c3 determination approval letters from the IRS. I've taught hundreds of people how to start, fund, manage, sustain, and reinstate 501c3s in person and online because I am a consultant. I facilitate classes. Okay. I'm a content creator. That's the name that's popular nowadays, content creator. I'm a content creator, which is also known as instructional design consultant, curriculum developer, facilitator. All of those things are basically the same. I have experience in that capacity in the corporate environment. For example, the former telecommunications company called Sprint, I worked there as a content developer and as a facilitator. Same for Bank of America, same for Duke Energy, same for IBM, same for Wells Fargo. So I have experience. So you don't have to worry about whether the content that I create will be engaging for you. You don't have to worry about whether the content I'm sharing is going to be interactive for you or detailed for you or logically created for you because I have experience in those areas. And then again, like I mentioned before, I earned 3 nonprofit management certificates, one from Duke University, Wake Forest University, and Winthrop. And again, I founded and served as executive director of the Emerging Leaders Mentorship Program for Black male youth. So I have that experience, the experience with creating a service which was proactive and holistic, hiring the right men to operate the program, securing financial resources through grants and donations and tuition to sustain the program. All of that, insurance requirements, logistical requirements. I have experience in those areas to successfully found and operate and sustain a program specifically for youth. All of these experiences and credentials that you see on your screen right now go into this learning journey. You will benefit from all of this if you join me on the journey. Here is an image from a graduation of our guys who completed our 6-week summer program. This is an image from the actual graduation ceremony. Okay. So let's get started. Let's get started. In the beginning, I gave you a chance to opt out of listening to this video. I didn't want to waste your time if you were not someone who wanted to learn how to build a successful youth development nonprofit organization from scratch. So now that you've listened all the way to this point, you must be interested in learning more about what I'm offering. The learning journey opens on Mondays, like I said, orientation. So let's say that you pay for enrollment on a Wednesday. Then on the following Monday, you will come to an orientation. And the orientation will lay out everything that you need to do in order to be successful, depending upon the learning path that you choose. There is a link in the description and it's pinned in the comments. The link is called Let's Get Started. Click on that link, click on the link to the Let's Get Started so that you can get started. You can get started by joining the Build Academy. You can start by joining the Build Masterclass, or you can start by joining the Build ebook or purchasing the Build ebook. Now, one thing I want to let you know that makes me different from other consultants that offer an opportunity to learn, I'm not going to give you everything all up front. You will have to complete each step and pass each step before going to the next one. For example, you will have to complete step 1 satisfactorily before I release step 2 to you. You will have to complete step 2 satisfactorily before I release step 3 to you. That will hold you accountable to getting the work done. I joined a class, I purchased a class in 2023, and the consultant gave us all of our work to do. Now, we're adults. We should be able to stay motivated to do the work, right? Well, I wasn't. Okay. And there was no check-in. There was no how's it going. And I still haven't completed that class. And it's almost 2 years later. So I'm not going to allow that, if you will, in my learning journey, in the learning journey that I'm inviting you to join, because I want you to feel proud of yourself. I want you to finish. And the only way that some people will finish is if you are held accountable for finishing. So the learning paths again, the Build Academy is an investment of $2,500. You can choose the payment plan option. The payment plan option goes all the way up to 10 months. So you can divide your payments into 10 months. That's $250 a month for 10 months. Recurring automatic payments. Or you can do the Build Masterclass. It's $1,500. Again, you can break it down into 10 payments if you like. And then path number 3, the Build ebook, is $150. I offer 3 monthly payments of $50 if that would be helpful. These are the learning paths. Each learning path includes the same content. The only difference is how you learn. You choose how you learn based on your learning style and your budget. Again, if you're enrolled today in the Build Academy for the full $2,500, I will help you find grant applications or requests for proposals. I will help you write 1 grant proposal. All learning paths start on Mondays. Again, I'm Susan Woods. Here are my credentials. I'm not going to read them again. Here are my credentials. Okay. I want to share my knowledge with you. I want to help you start a successful youth development nonprofit organization in your community. I believe I'm the right person for the job, not only because of my credentials and educational background, but most importantly, because I care about these children. It bothers me to see children go astray when I believe that the only thing they need is someone to steer them in the right direction. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen guys in our program, in the Emerging Leaders Mentorship Program for Black male youth, who come in to the program or who came into the program distraught, disillusioned, sad, but they left out encouraged with confidence and a sense of independence. I'll tell you a brief story. One young man, one young boy that was in our program was so inspired by the meditation training sessions that he participated in, because we had speakers to come in and they would have their own topics, and one came in and talk about meditation. He was on his way home. His mother had picked him up from the program one day, and the mother was yelling at him for whatever reason. And he calmly told her, or calmly asked his mother, "Have you ever thought about meditation?" And then he explained to her what meditation is. She was so impressed by his question. She called me and told me. She said, "This program has changed my son. He's asking me if I know about meditation." That's the type of transformation I can teach you to have in your community through your impact on the youth. And if you type meditation in the comments, I will give you a 25% discount off of the Build Academy. 25% discount off of the Build Academy if you type the word meditation in the comments. You will save $625 off of the cost to attend the Build Academy if you just type meditation in the comments. That's your reward for listening to me to the end of this video. Thank you so much for your time and have a great day.